to go. Standing in there nicely. They're off this time. Dan Torrio first to leave, burned off though by Hush now. Dr. Schultz, Fear the Wind, both coming across. Moltenova Man outside of Mercurius in the early stages is the first to ease back, and then came God's Dream, and dropping out last of all is True Moon. Over by the 1250 to the riverside of the track, and going to the lead, Dr. Schultz. So he goes to the front now, the former interstater for Chrissy Nicol. Dr. Schultz draws a length and a half clear of Hush now, who threw the head in the air. Fear the Wind went up to sit outside of it. They're trailed by Mercurius. They're just jog-trotting along. Dan Torrio down on the inside, and posted then on the outside of those three deep is Moltenova Man. It was trailed there by True Moon. God's Dream has been relegated to last as they go by the 750. Dr. Schultz is making play, and once again he's got them stacked and racked behind him, Nicol. Out by a length on Fear the Wind. Hush now travelling third, 600 from home. Moltenova Man out 3 wide, but they haven't gone overly hard. In between horses, Mercurius, and then 2 lengths True Moon. Dan Torrio dropping out a beaten commodity before the home turn, and God's Dream back with it near enough to last as they'd set sail. At the top of the straight, Dr. Schultz led by a length on Fear the Wind. Hush now down on the inside in the middle, Mercurius, and Moltenova Man behind them, only struggling at the moment as Rawilla now takes Fear the Wind to the lead, and Fear the Wind sprints away from them with 100 left to go. It's all over, bar the shouting. Down the outside, True Moon runs on, but Fear the Wind blew them away. Fear the Wind by 2.5 to True Moon. Tight go third. Moltenova Man came again. Just wobbled about a bit there on the home turn. Dr. Schultz, Mercurius battling. Followed further back God's Dream. And then came Hush now, and a long last is Dan Torrio. Number 2, the winner, Fear the Wind. Stepping up to the 1600, second up the Fiorente, 4-year-old, put them away. Confident ride by Brad Rawilla there for Pierce Racing. Had Fear the Wind camped up right over the pace, and certainly had Dr. Schultz put away really effectively. All interest in the minor placings as Fear the Wind spread-eagled them. Down the outside, True Moon, Lactar Romilly second. Third will go to Moltenova Man. Sat 3 wide and just lost his way a little on the home corner. Dr. Schultz back there fourth in after tending to the pace. 2, 3, 4, 1 are the numbers. Fear the Wind for J. Ferguson, T. Lee Flang, Ms. B. King, C. Van Hemst, F. Cassam, also T. Van Hemst. The Circle of Trust Syndicate managed by Pete Kerr, Ms. S. Parson, Ms. S. Ferguson, and G. Merzian. By Fiorente out of Windana, trained by Dan and Ben Pearce. Brad Rawilla in the saddle, 1:37.92. They just hacked along. A good old Aussie crawl, 35.71 the last 600, 3 1/4 a long neck. The margins. Emphatic victory though by Fear the Wind. Second, True Moon, who's by Euphrasia out of Moonbound. Lactar Romilly for Sean and Jake Casey, owned by P. Besman. And Moltenova Man is a Demerit Lady Mambo Gelding. Adam Durant, Michael Brennan, Brad Willison, Dave Bushell, BJ Hardy, Dr. S. Somapato, and Freddie Fairthorne Jr., Mrs. B.L. Hardy and Mrs. B. Root. The owners, Adam Durant, Clint Johnston Porter there, the combination. 2, 3, 4, 1, official race number 2. The third, the Furphy Bunbury Cup here at Ascot, the 5th of March. Handicaps at 4:15 over 1600. Number 7 is out, Piccola Senora. As we take you down to Brittany joining us in the winners' enclosure. And with Britt is Dan Pearce.
I do have Dan. He's been sent to the races. I'm sure Ben's still at the sales, but Dan does join me. And Fear the Wind wins here second up today. We know as a 3-year-old, we saw him in a Melvista, in a derby. How has he returned for this preparation?
Oh, he's returned fantastic, but he's always showed us a little bit to think that we were a chance of going to those races. So yeah, look, he's always a horse that showed us a bit, and probably just taken a little while to mature. So yeah, certainly happy to see him put it together and look like a racehorse.
The fact that you went to those staying features last time in, is it a sign of things to come in terms of just continually stepping him out over a bit more ground?
Yeah, I think so. Look, we'll have a chat with Brad and see what he thinks as well. But he's certainly bred to get a trip, and yeah, that's what we're thinking, stepping him out to the Derby. So yeah, look, he looked good there.
What was your assessment of today's performance?
He did it a little bit wrong. He sort of lugged off at the top of the straight, and but he once he knuckled down, he pulled away from them well. So yeah, look, it's certainly good to tick the maiden off the board.
You confident you can make it a race-to-race double with Outspoken Lad in the next coming out of a Magic Millions?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. We got a nice team today, so I sort of thought we'd be able to certainly have a winner or two. So yeah, that'd be nice.
Speaking of Magic Millions, how many horses have been knocked down to Pierce Racing over the last 48 hours?
I think we're going to come home with about 12, so with different clients and things like that. So yeah, it's a good number. We're sort of a little bit disappointed on the first day that it was pretty strong. So yeah, we got a nice bunch, and I think you got to be a little bit responsible and get the right horses at the right prices. So we're happy we've done that, and we're going to have a nice little team to come home with.
Well, good luck with those, and well done here.
Thank you.
There is Dan Pierce, and over to Scott, who's with Brad Rawiller.
Well, Brad, you rode this horse at the trials. What sort of feel did he give you at the trials, and then what sort of feel did he give you today when he skipped right away late?
Yeah, but look, in his trials, actually, especially the first time I rode him, not necessarily expecting much. Obviously, he'd run in the Derby, but beaten a long way, and he gave me a class feel. It sort of to look at might not have necessarily looked like he'd done anything, but he to me, underneath me, I thought, geez, he's a chance. And obviously, first up, he was terrific, getting the line strong. So the mile looked like it'd suit today, and it was just great from the start. We were able to make our own luck, and probably didn't end up ideally outside the leader, but in saying that, when you're the best horse in the race, we made it our own, and we were too good.
And Dan was saying he would take a lot of guidance from you on how far he's going to get this prep in terms of distance range.
Yeah, well, he certainly sent out the mile, no worries. When he sort of did, I loved when he straightened and had the leader just to chase a little bit, like he gave a good kick and was going to be hard to beat. But then when he did sort of hit the front, he sort of, for a little bit, he's half got the wonders, but clicked back on and stayed out to the line strong. So, yeah, I'm not sure that you want to need to rush him up to a trip, but I have no doubt he'll be probably at his best when he does.
Congratulations, well done.
Cheers.
There is Brad Rawiller, rides Fear the Wind, and it goes to the owners to a nice applause from them, and they cheered Fear the Wind the whole way home as well. Dan and Ben Pierce take out the second, and a good chance in the third as well. We'll be back for that shortly.